They threw everything they had at you, didn't they? They tried every trick to provoke you, to make you react. They thought they could control your emotions, play with your mind, and get a response. But they never understood that you were too clever for that. You didn't give them what they wanted. They expected you to cry, scream, or have a meltdown. They needed you to fall apart because it would have made their bad behavior seem justified. They wanted to feel like they still had a hold over you, that they still mattered. But you didn't fall apart. You didn't even flinch. And that really got under their skin. People like them live for drama. They need chaos to feel important. They create problems just to see if you'll get caught up in them. But you stayed calm, kept your silence, and stood strong. Your silence was powerful. It spoke louder than words. It was proof that you weren't their puppet anymore, and you refused to be dragged into their messed up world. And now, they have nothing left. Nothing but the mess they created. The emptiness of their own games, and the painful truth that they've lost control. They were expecting you to have a breakdown, to beg for answers, but instead, you gave them indifference. And that's the strongest response you could give. Indifference says more than any argument or fight ever could. It says, you no longer control me. You don't matter enough to affect me. I'm done. They didn't see that coming. They never thought you'd see through their lies and tricks. They didn't expect you to be stronger than their manipulations. But you were. You are. Now they're the ones panicking, trying to understand why their schemes didn't work this time. Why you didn't fall for it, like before. Isn't it ironic? The roles have reversed. They went from feeling powerful and in control to feeling lost and desperate for your attention. They used to be the focus of your life, didn't they? But now, they're just a distant memory, like a ghost at the edge of your mind. A sign of how much you've grown. And that's what bothers them the most. They needed you far more than you needed them. They relied on your love, your energy, your attention to feel important. But the moment you stopped playing along, the moment you stopped giving them what they craved, they lost their hold on you. And they can't stand it. Oh, how it frustrates them. They really gave it their all, didn't they? They tried everything to provoke you, to get a reaction, to drag you back into their chaos. But you were too smart for that. You saw past the act. You realized who they truly were. Fragile, insecure, and scared of being exposed as fakes. Once you saw their weakness, their desperation, the game was over. They depend on your emotions to feel alive. They feed off your strength, kindness, and love, like parasites. But the moment you stopped giving them your energy, they started to fade. They became empty, searching for anything to fill the gap you left. Now, every day, they hope and pray that today will be the day you crack, that you'll finally react and give them what they want. But day after day, you stay silent. Day after day, you stay unbothered. And that is driving them crazy. It's almost amusing, isn't it? They thought they could break you, trap you in their mess. But you slipped away without a second glance, without saying a word, denying them the satisfaction of knowing they affected you. And that silence, it's what's tormenting them now. Because silence, my friends, is the loudest message of all. It says, I don't need you. I'm done with you. I'm better without you. The best part is, they can't argue with silence. They can't twist it, change it, or turn it into something else. They have to sit with it, let it bother them, and let it sink in. That's exactly what's happening now. You've moved on, found your peace, but they're still stuck in the same old cycle, wondering why they couldn't break you, why their tricks didn't work this time, and why you're not coming back looking for closure or answers. But here's the truth. You don't need their closure. You don't need their explanations or validation. You've already won. By choosing silence instead of reacting, by choosing peace over drama, you took back your power. You showed them that you're not someone they can mess with or manipulate. And now they're left with nothing but their own disappointment, regret, and the realization that they'll never get the reaction they wanted from you. They'll never get the satisfaction of knowing they affected you, because you're too smart for that. You're too strong for that. People like them expect you to fall apart. They expect you to give in to their games and manipulation. But you're made of stronger stuff. You're built to withstand it. And that scares them, because deep down, they know they will never control you, never break you, and never win. That's what this was really all about, wasn't it? It was always about control, power, and winning. They believed they could steal your power, mess with your emotions, and manipulate your actions. But in the end, you proved them wrong. You showed them that you are the one in control, that the real power lies with you. And now they're stuck in the mess they created, tangled up in their own lies and manipulations, while you walk away free and unaffected. That's the true victory. That's the sweetest form of revenge. So the next time they try to provoke you or drag you back into their drama, remember this: silence is your best weapon. Your indifference is their greatest punishment. They can't fight what they can't see. They can't argue with silence. And they can't win a game you've stopped playing. But here's something else they never expected: your growth. While they were busy trying to trap you in their web, you were changing. You became stronger, wiser, and more resilient. You took the pain they caused and turned it into power. You used their negativity to fuel your own progress. And that growth? It's something they can't understand or copy. And here's the thing: you didn't just survive their games, you thrived beyond them. They wanted you to fall, to beg for their attention, to feel lost without them. But instead, you grew. You found your own strength, your own path, and you realized that their drama was nothing but noise, trying to distract you from your true potential. Now they're left confused and frustrated, watching you rise higher than ever. They thought they could hold you back, keep you small, but every time you chose silence over their chaos, you were building yourself up, step by step. They can see it now. You're happier, more at peace, and it drives them mad. It's not just about what you've left behind. It's about what you've gained. New doors are opening for you. You're surrounded by real connections, by people who value you for who you are, not for what they can get from you. You're stepping into a brighter future, full of new experiences, new loves, and new successes. And the best part, you did it without needing their approval, without needing their validation. You proved that their games had no real power over you. Meanwhile, they're stuck, spinning their wheels in the same old patterns, wondering why nothing seems to work anymore. They're trapped by their own bitterness, replaying the same tired tricks, hoping for a different outcome that will never come. Because you've broken free. And now, there's nothing left for them to hold on to. In the end, it's simple. You chose growth over drama, strength over weakness. You chose to live for yourself, not for their games. And that's why you've already won.